and selfishness has been cutting down trees and forests. So the insects and animals were shrinking. Animals are forced to leave their homes and venture into human civilization. Mankind assesses their role towards nature and animals and sheltered. In the process, they sometimes attack domestic animals and humans. As a result, they are hounded, pelted with stones, captured, and even killed. Really, very fascinating, interesting story. In this story, we see that an entire world of insects and animals stayed very close to the author's house on the wall. The crumbling wall that surrounded the sunken garden alongside the house was the rich hunting ground for the author. One day, the author was playing with his friends. While playing, he saw something was crawling on the wall. Greatly inspecting that it was a female scorpion on her back. They were very tiny. The fact that the scorpion was were the size as well as the most dangerous of the wall creatures fascinated the author. So he decided to smuggle them. He put the scorpion in a matchbox and took it to the house. The author was delighted by the scorpion family, and he did this in his. He wanted to keep the scorpions and his family in his room. He did this in secret because his family had forbidden scorpions in the house. It was unfortunate that just the author entered the door, the lunch should be served. He placed the matchbox carefully on the mantelpiece in the drawing room so that the scorpions could get plenty of air, and made his way to the dining room and joined the family for the meal. Downloading over his food, quietly feeding Rosa under the table, and he was listening the family arguing. He completely forgot about this, about that exciting new creature. At the point Laurie had finished his eating, so he walked to the mantelpiece and picked up the matchbox. The female scorpion was agitated because it had been shut in a small matchbox quite some time. She was waiting for the first opportunity to escape. The female scorpion was agitated and nervous because it had been shut in a small matchbox quite some time. She was waiting for the first opportunity to escape. When Larry opened the matchbox, when Laurie opened the matchbox, she hoisted herself out with a great rapidity, her babies clinking on desperately. Laurie, feeling the moment of her class, glanced down to see what it was, and from the moment on, things got very confusing. At the moment, Margot, in a vain attempt to stop the scorpion, she hurled a glass of water at it, but the water missed the animal completely and drenched the mother. The scorpion had now gone to ground under the Leslie plate while her babies swam wildly all over the table. Rosa, also puzzled by the panic but determined to do this share, ran and round the table and room and barking wildly. The scorpion landed midway between Margot and Leslie, scattering babies like a confetti as she thumped on the cloth. The shower missed the animal completely but successfully drenched the mother, who, not being able to stand cold water, lost her breath and sat gasping at the end of the table, unable even to protest. Margot and her other sister said these words. The baby scorpions who had been scattered all over the table were coming. The author's mother was not wearing her glasses, so she could neither see the baby scorpions nor understand the reason behind the accommodation at the table. As Lugatia was the only stranger in the room, so the Roser came to the conclusion that she must be the responsible for the all confusion. So he bit her ankle. This did not help matters much. By the time order returned, the baby scorpions had hidden themselves under the various plates and bits of cutlery. While the family, still shaking, went to the drawing room, he spent half an hour rounding up the babies, picking them up in a teaspoon, and returning them to their mother's back. Then he carried them outside on a saucer and very unwillingly released them on the garden wall. The theme of the lesson is we must take care not to upset the ecological balance, else, we will be faced with their own destruction. It's our responsibility to take care of the small creatures, animals, and bats. We have to love the nature. We must love the nature. We should love the nature